You've probably experienced the sensation of waking up and suddenly having the answer to a problem you were stuck on the day before. It feels like a fluke, but it's actually the result of a highly active biological process. Grinding away at a task without a break actively works against your ability to generate original ideas. True creative thinking requires an unconscious biological phase to complete itself. To understand exactly how this works, we have to look at 5 specific mechanisms: dismantling the myth of the inactive brain, the background problem solver, the incubation phase, the twilight zone of ideas, and the physical cleanup crew. When you fall asleep, your brain does not power down. It simply redirects its resources. Instead of spending energy processing external sensory details, it cycles through distinct frequency states of internal activity: light sleep, deep, slow wave sleep, and the rapid electrical spikes of dreaming. To do this safely, your brain intentionally blocks physical motor movements during deep sleep. By halting those outward signals at the brainstem, it can safely dedicate all of its energy to running high-speed internal simulations. Sleep is a highly active, inward-focused state. It is the foundational requirement for creative work. When you stop aggressively focusing on a task, your brain activates a background processing system called the default mode network. Acting like a chess computer while your mind rests, it rapidly scans the board, tests moves, and runs branching simulations. Many prolific thinkers deliberately harness this network. The author Stephen King, for example, relies on structured routines that leave tasks slightly unfinished at the end of the day. This intentionally gives the background network a problem to chew on overnight. While you are asleep, this background processing system continuously looks for novel connections and solves complex problems. Gathering information and struggling with a problem is only the first step. For that information to become useful, it has to go through a separate, vital stage called incubation. As you sleep, your brain acts as a massive filing system. It sifts through the chaos of your day, discards the irrelevant details, and locks the most important pieces into long-term storage. This invisible sorting process is the precise mechanism that creates sudden clarity. Your brain organizes the data overnight and passes the final result up to your conscious mind right as you wake up. Sleep serves as the ultimate incubation period, transforming daily chaos into organized insights. There's a fluid transitional window balancing on the edge of waking and dreaming called the hypnagogic state. Here, the waking mind's rigid rules shut off, allowing your brain to link bizarre ideas together while retaining enough consciousness to remember them. Historical artists and inventors systematically exploited this exact window. Salvador Dali famously held a heavy key over a metal plate while drifting off. When his muscles relaxed, the key dropped, startling him awake and allowing him to harvest those unfiltered ideas before slipping into a deep sleep. By remaining in this balance, the mind stays fluid, long enough for the subconscious to bridge distant concepts into new forms that the waking mind would otherwise reject. Beyond organizing thoughts, sleep is a strict physical necessity. Intense cognitive effort produces toxic cellular waste on your brain's hardware. During deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid actively washes those toxins away, while specialized cells build protective insulation around your neural wiring. Skipping sleep leaves toxins behind, degrading the wiring and impairing cognitive function as much as legal intoxication. Sharp, original thinking is biologically impossible if you don't maintain the hardware. From dismantling the myth of the inactive brain to utilizing the background problem solver, enabling incubation, tapping the twilight zone of ideas, and running the physical cleanup crew, sleep is the biological engine that makes original work possible.